Hi, today we are going to learn about the administrative panel of the Remitz demo website. So let me first log in with the administrator. So in this we have admins like a sending agent, receiving agent and also the admin. Right now I logged into the admin. So we have an option from the administrator to log in as a sending agent also. So we can do with the switch user here. So in this software this is the sending agent and the remaining these three are and this one what you call like receiving agents. Australia is a sending agent and Kenya is a receiving agent. So to make a transaction we always have to log in from the sending agent. So let me do one thing, let me switch this user to a sending agent also. But before that, if we want to do a transaction from India to let's say United Kingdom to India, so what we have to do is we have to create the agents, and then after creating we have to map the agents. In this software we have mapped from United Kingdom to India, Nigeria and Ghana. Okay, so right now we have made active India and Ghana only, we have deactivated Nigeria. So whenever we wanted to make a transaction, Nigeria will not be visible. If you want to reactivate that one, you can click on make active and this will be updated successfully, and then Nigeria is available for the customers also. Okay, so this is all mapping. If you want to add a new destination agent, let's say Kenya, so what you have to do is you have to create the agent first and then come in, go to the listings page. So Kenya is already there. So what happens is if you want to add it to United Kingdom, then we click on, let's say, okay, we'll go to the mapping actually, and then click on add terminating agents. Then Kenya is in here, and when you select this one and click on add new, then people will be able to transfer from United Kingdom to Kenya also. Okay, so this is what it is. So next comes the revenue sharing. In the revenue sharing, what exactly it is like a revenue which is the service fee can be shared between source, terminating agent and admin. Say for example, if you have given a £10 service fee for a transaction, so that means that all the £10 which is initiated from United Kingdom will be retained by the administrator only. But in the second scenario, whatever the service fee the admin is giving, that will be shared between a source agent and the terminating agent. So anytime whatever the percentages you give, the total should be 100, only then this system will accept that to update it. Okay, this is the revenue sharing of the service fee. Then we got the payment types. So for each receiving agent we got the payment types. So in this what happens is, this is India. So right now it is coming for the United Kingdom also, because all these agents we have created as send receive. That means they can be send, also they can be received. It's a dual model. Okay, so right now, but the mapping is for India, Nigeria and Ghana, right? So we have to look into this one. So right now only bank deposit is activated for India, and in Nigeria cash collection and bank deposit is activated, and for Ghana cash collection, bank deposit and mobile money is activated. So we can deactivate also from here, so that the customers will not see that one and make any transactions. Like if you have any disruption in the service, you can deactivate that one. So this is all about the agents, revenue sharing, mapping and everything. Now comes the transaction. So all the transactions which the sending agents or the front end users, online users make the transactions, all the transactions will be visible here. Right now we don't have any transactions, so that's not here. So but there are some transactions which are in the processing state. So if you search that one, so those transactions will be visible here in the processing state. Okay, these are all the transactions which are these things. Okay, you can see the transaction ID, sender name, destination name, customer name, accounts, amount sending, receiving amount, beneficiary name, all this information is. If you want to search also, we have an advanced search like collection, payment, collection type, payment type, member ID, source agent, source currency, source amount, destination country, purpose and everything. Okay, so what exactly happens in here is you can search any transaction with these filters. Okay, then we have the remitter list. Also in the transaction list, I want to tell you something. If it is in the pending state, those transactions will not be visible for the receiving agent. Only if it is in the processing state, those transactions will be visible for the receiving agent when they log in. So they can see that one and they can change to paid, or if, see, this is all required only if you are not using an API. If you are using an API, you can directly send automatically to them and they will make it as funds received, and automatically we can get the status from the API to change it to funds received, and the customer will be notified about that one. If you are using an API, all the process is automated. But if you are not having any API or any payout partner, and you have some other persons in those countries to who will process those transactions to you, so you have to provide a login ID for them, so that what happens is they will be able to see all the processing transactions and they will pay to the customers. And after paying, they can change the to funds received, change to paid, so that the status is updated and that is notified to the remitter about the funds received in the beneficiary. Okay, now this is the remitter list. So the remitter list will have, let's say if I submit it, all the remitters who are registered will be shown here. These are all the registered who are registered today only. If you change the date from like 31st and then submit it, there will be more users coming up here. Okay, this is the new list. So you have the beneficiary list also in the same way, and also for the remitter list you have an advanced search options, like you can search with the gender, status, address, date of birth, telephone number, transactions, transfer type, mobile number, source country, destination, last name, first name, and total remitted. According to, if you want to check the persons who want to see who has remitted like £1,000 or something like that, you can do that one also. The same thing for beneficiary also. We have all the filter options for the beneficiary also. Then comes the fees. Okay, so the fees is something we have sell rate, service fee, collection fee, referral rates, admin rates, and promotions in the fee module. Sell rate is the exchange rate. So these sell rates will be for the different corridors. Right now United Kingdom to Ghana is like, see for example, we have 14.05 rate, but this rate is given by the receiving agent, because ultimately they are the ones who are paying the customer. So admin can only mark up that one. So when admin marks up this 5%, the rate will come down to 12. And on top of this one, if the sending agent also wants to mark up, he can also mark up on the 12.224, and then ultimately the customer will get the marked up rate. So in this way, what happens is the exchange rate profit also can be shared between source and the receiving agents. Okay, so we have different corridors here, and then when you click on that one, all the exchange rates will be coming up here. Next is the service fee. In service fee, what happens is we have a slab rate, like for example, if somebody wants to send from minimum value 1 to 1000, then they have a 10, this is the flat fee of £10. If somebody wants to send 101 to 5000, there's a 10. If you can update this one to 5 and click on update, what happens is somebody who's sending the in between 1000 and 5000, then they will be charged only £5 service fee. So this service fee is different for different corridors. You can set up for India also the same thing, and also not only the corridor, you can also do it for the payment type also. Like for example, cash collection can have a different service fee, and also the bank deposit can have a different service fee. All that can be managed with this slabs and everything. Okay, so now comes the collection fee. Collection fee, right now what we have done is we have put it at 0, because we are not using this anymore. In future, like if you are integrated to a payment gateway and the payment gateway charges you some commission, and that commission you don't want to bear on your side, but you want to put it on the customers, and then what you can do is you can update it here like with those rates. So what happens, for the customer will not see it as a collection fee, but the total component as fee the customer will be able to see there, but that fee will be this one, what you call collection fee plus service fee will be, but customer will not know whether it is a service fee or collection fee. They will only see it as a fee. So that can be different for cash type, internet bank, credit and debit card. See for example, credit and debit card can be integrated with a third party payment gateway, and pay with bank also with another third party payment gateway. So those commissions are different. So for that reason, what we have done is we have given the commissions based on that one. So you can have different collection fee for different payment types, collection types, sorry. Then you got the referral rates. Okay, the referral rates is like, see for example, if you want to give any promotions to the persons who are referring their codes to use your software to transfer the funds from one country to another country, then what happens, after the person who has referred, the person who's been referred, after they make the payment only, the amount whatever you put, for example, let's say I have taken United Kingdom and Ghana, and see the referral rate is given 0. Let's say for India what they've given, 10. So that means after the new person who took your reference to make a transaction and they've paid the money, you receive £10 in your wallet. The beneficiary also can give some beneficiary, like let's say we update it to 5, so they get the beneficiary amount, that is the rate change. Say for example the rate is 100 rupees per £1, so they get the benefit of, if you put 5 in the beneficiary amount, that means they get 105 as a rate plus 5. Okay, this is used for that one. And then we got admin rates. Admin rates are normally used for the calculation of the ledgers. See for example, in this software we are taking the ledgers everything as US dollars. So what happens is, when the transaction is made, according to that US dollar, the money will be debited from their account from the sending agent. The sending agent and the receiving, see for example, sending agent is collecting the money on your behalf, right? So they can also prepay from the admin, which is you, and then after that is exhausted, they can do prepay. Also, if you can give them some option, so they can also collect the money on your behalf and then they can pay later also. Okay, for that purpose this admin rates are used to ledger. Then we got the promotion. Okay, promotion is something like we have the promotional things which you can give a promotion name. You can set a status to enabled or disabled from date and to date. The promotion can be initiated, like for example, if you want to give it for Christmas, you can do the date and time on the 0000 hours to midnight of Christmas, or any if you want to run for it a week, then you can put 1 week. So this is all can be done here. And you can do also for source country, any source country you can do individually, and all the destination countries. So all the destination countries means all the destination countries will be applied that promotional rule. And you can give another which is called a minimum source amount, like if you can give that promotion only if they are sending like £200 or something like that. You can give to the transfer types, collection, bank, deposit. Specifically if you want to give, you can select these things. All this is promotion. Okay, then what we have is next the API info. The APIs are the third party APIs which we use to pay out in those countries. See for example, you have PaySeller in Nigeria and Ansano in Ghana. So these two are integrated pre-existing on this system. But if you want to do to the same countries, you have to sign up with those payout agents, because this system is coming as a flat system. We don't give integration is free, but not you have to sign up with them actually. Okay, so in that case what happens is, in the API info, see for example, if United Kingdom to Nigeria, if you choose this one, so because it is PaySeller, you can put PaySeller. So that means all the transactions which are coming to Nigeria will be routed to the API, which is PaySeller, and they are the ones who will be able to pay out to the customer, and they update the status once they have paid. And the status also we will be updated automatically on this software to paid. Okay, same thing for Ghana we have Ansano, so we can put Ansano and update that one. Okay, so right now I'm gonna change it to manual for now, because these keys what we have, they are not we are not sending that one. Okay, so on top of that one, if you are set to PaySeller, and then what happens, all the transactions which are sent to PaySeller will be listed here, so that you know which transactions have been sent and which transactions have not been sent. So Infinite Remit is also one of the third party API, and Ansano is also one of the third party API. Next comes the reports. In these reports we have something called as access logs. That means anybody, either it is a customer, admin, or anybody who is logged into the system, we are tracking their IP address, their login time, their log off time, and how much time they are logged in. We are doing that one. And next we got the audit trail. In this audit trail, what we are capturing is, see if somebody is changing the fees like exchange rate, collection fee, service fee, we are capturing who has changed that one, like what is the category, who has changed that one, and what is the IP address they have accessed it from, what is the user type, it is admin or sending agent or receiving agent or any other role. And then this is the change data, this is the old data. So we know at any point of time when this was changed, when this was changed, what was the original data and what was the new value. So previously we've changed something, we have a 10 flat fee, we've changed it to 5, and it was changed by a admin, update service fee by admin, role is the admin. So all this can be tracked up here. And then we got the ledgers. We have for admin we have the ledgers of GBP, INR, and all the agents whatever we have the ledgers individually with them. So if you do GBP and click on that one, what happens is you get the ledger of that one. Okay. And then we got something called profit and loss. Profit and loss is for each and every transaction we calculate the profit and how much they have made and everything. All this will be listed here, like if there is an exchange rate profit occurred over there, or if there is any admin profit, total, what is the total profit, receiving agent profit and everything. So 1 second, let me just search this one. So you get all the transactions. I think no transaction is paid on this system. That's the reason they are not coming now. Okay, next we switch to the user. When the customer is registered from the front end, which is in the open for all, not the physical location. When people come to the physical location, they register the customer. It is automatically approved because you will be seeing their identity proofs, and then you are uploading or you take a picture from that and do it, right? But for the persons who are registered from the front end, their KYC has to be approved manually. So what happens when they register over there, there will be visible here in the KYC approval. So what we have to do is we have to click on that view and see all the details what they have entered and the documents which they have. After verifying that, we can click on change to approved. So what happens, it will be approved to change to approved. The record will be approved. So what happens is, if the customer is registered on the system, they will not be able to make any transaction until their profile is verified. Okay, so for that purpose we read the KYC approval. This is the customer list. We have all the customers who are registered. All that information is shown here, and we have the beneficiary list. All the beneficiaries who are stored here will be shown here, and also we have something called customer list. Okay, we have customer list and beneficiary list. Okay, and this is the customer support tickets. In front end, if they are facing any issues, they can say attach a screenshot so that you can review them and mark it as updated, processed or completed, and you can update and the customers will be notified about that one. And then we got complaints. Complaints are some rules which restricts the persons to not make more transactions in a day, in a week, or in 365 days. You can set limits for that one, and based on their risk score, which is low, medium and high. The risk score is calculated based on the profession they are doing and also on the country they are registered from. Based on that, we are going to give a risk score. If you give us any formula for the risk score, we can implement that one also. That's not a problem. And then we got the AML limits. AML limits is, for example, if for United Kingdom it's 0, that means every person who wants to make a transaction definitely has to upload their ID proofs and get verified. In some countries there is a leverage of $500 or something like that. So what they can do is they don't have to upload their ID proofs until they have finished or exhausted that 500 in 30 days. So based on that one, we have given this option here so that you can update by yourself. If you have added any new source country, you don't want to run to us to change that one, you can change it by yourself according to their rules. And then now we got the settings. We have source of funds. All this is here. We can create new, and there is relationships. There is a list here, and you also can create new. And we got a reason for transfer. We got identity types. We got internet bank transfer information, like you have to show your bank details to the customer, right? If you update your bank account here, automatically that will be shown for the customers. Then you got the transaction day limits. That means that if you want to see for every customer, there is a customer profile, and you want to see how much they have made in last 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 50 days, 100 days, that is visible on their customer profile. So if you don't want this one, then you can delete that one also. You can, if you want to add any extra limit days, like let's say 365 days, and click on register. So what happens, even 365 is added, and the customer we will be able to see how much they have done in last 365 days also. And then we've got something called two-factor authentication, which you want to enable for the front-end users. Two-factor authentication, we use Google Authenticator to set up, and if any customer wants to activate that one, you can do. I mean, if you activate it from the back end only, the customer can see it on their front end. Otherwise, if you disable it, then they will not be able to see that one. And we have something called as liveliness status. That means any customer who is registering on the system, we can take a picture. We can ask them to upload a picture or take a picture, so that according to when they are taking the picture, what we can do is we can track the IP address and we can restrict their registration based on the country they are registering from. Say for example, there is an instant somebody is in other country, but they are like want to register for the UK, so we can restrict them to register from other countries, because what we are doing is we have to take the IP address of that country only. So I mean, they have to be registered from the United Kingdom. In this, by this doing this one, what we can do is we can restrict some fraudulent users to signing up on this system. Okay, then comes the banks. The banks is like all the receiving country banks. See for example, in India you have 100 banks, so all these 100 banks are listed here. So the customer, if they are doing a bank transaction, they can choose the bank name. This is only if it is manual. If you are doing an API, the bank list will come from the API. And this is the deposits. Deposits means agent can whatever the money is collected on your behalf, sending agent will be collecting that one, and he has to, end of the day, he has to pay it to you, right? So with that they can do some deposits actually. So they have an option to do that one, or if the admin has done a deposit, they can approve it if they have received the funds. And then this is the agent deposit form. That is the list where the deposits have been made. This is the deposit form. So what you can do is you can just put this one and you can enter the amount, how much you are depositing, and that equivalent value of this will be shown, because the maybe the US dollar value is less in the admin rates. That's the reason it's showing very less. So and then you can submit it. So then it goes for the approval. So that's it. That's about the deposits. Then we got the templates. These are the email templates and these are the SMS templates. These are the email templates. These are the SMS templates. These templates, what happens is any activity for the front end user or the back end user, if you want to send any notifications, or this is the format of their notifications. If you want to edit anything, you can edit, and the same thing will be updated for the customer. So this is all about the back end. In the next video, I'll be showing how you can log into the sending agent and make a transaction. Okay.